Welcome to Scented ASMR. Today, I want to share with you some of my celebrity fragrances. I want to start with one that I've been wearing for a long time. And it's called Fancy by Jessica Simpson. It's a pretty bottle. It has scrolling all around it with butterflies, flowers. So Fancy is considered an amber vanilla. It was released in 2008, and the perfumer is Alexis de Deer. Top notes for Fancy are apricot, pear, and red berries. The mid notes are caramel, almond, gardenia, and jasmine. The base notes are vanilla, amber, and sandalwood. So for me, this is a very gourmand, fruity vanillic scent that's drenched in caramel. The fruity notes you mainly pick up in here are the apricot and the juicy pear. You can also really smell the almond in this. I do detect, as far as the florals, I think jasmine is the most prominent floral you can smell. And overall, this is a caramel scent for me. And I really enjoy the way it smells in the air. This was a love at first sniff for me. I remember when I first smelled it, I smelled it on my mother-in-law. She must have purchased it, and I loved it. I went out and bought it right away, and I wore it for a few years as a signature scent. And most of the time, if I wear something as a signature scent, I get tired of it, so I usually stop wearing it after a while. But Fancy I still love. I'll probably always have a bottle in my collection. So that's Fancy, and it's by Jessica Simpson. This one here, this one's called Pure Honey, and it's by Kim Kardashian. cute little bee on the bottle. And it says pure honey. And it has a K and the K for Kim Kardashian. Juice is an amber fragrance, looks like honey. So, pure honey is considered a floral fragrance, and it was released in 2013. The top notes for pure honey are freesia, mandarin blossom, and red rose. The mid notes are beeswax, honey, honeysuckle, and orchid. The base notes are coconut, vanilla, and musk. So basically what I get from this fragrance is a very floral fragrance with honey and beeswax. The florals that stand out in the fragrance are the honeysuckle and the freesia. The honey is very prominent and it's sweet, but it's light. It's kind of a delicate sweetness. It's kind of, I believe, between the honey and the beeswax, it's a little bit animalic. Just a touch. And I really enjoy the beeswax in the fragrance. I think it makes it kind of unique. Yeah, it's just a very pretty, delicate, feminine, floral fragrance. It's kind of unique among celebrity scents. It's also pretty affordable. I think this bottle is probably, I think it's a 50 ml, and it was probably around between $10 and $15 when I bought it. And it definitely smells more expensive than that. So that's Pure Honey, and it's by Kim Kardashian. This next one is called God is a Woman, and it's by Ariana Grande. GODISAWOMAN. God is a Woman. It's a pretty box. I like the colors on it. It has green and lilac and purple. It has Ariana Grande in a pretty purple dress. Very pretty box. Which is good because I'm not that fond about the bottle. comes in this plastic thing I don't think is very attractive, but luckily you can take the bottle out. And it's a nice minimalistic bottle. Pretty color. So God is a Woman is considered an amber floral fragrance. It was released in 2021 and the perfumer was Jerome Epinet. The top notes are pear and ambrette. The mid notes are orris and Turkish rose. And the base notes are Madagascar vanilla and sandalwood. And what I get from this fragrance is a sweet, fruity, juicy pear with ambrette. It's the pear it's juicy, it's very juicy and sweet, but it's also slightly sour. The ambrette gives the fragrance like a fuzzy musky texture. The orris makes this a powdery fragrance. I get some powder here. And as it dries down, the juiciness of the pear kind of softens and the fragrance becomes more woody. There's a little bit of freshness to this fragrance. So I enjoy wearing it in the warm weather. But I think it works year round. It's a pretty fresh fruity pear. So that's God is a Woman, and it's by Ariana Grande. This one here, it's called Indi Visible, and it's by Katy Perry. So Indivisible is considered an amber floral, and it was released in 2018. The top notes are vanilla, rum, plum, and pink pepper. The mid notes are coconut, tonka bean, and gardenia. The base notes are musk, sandalwood, and patchouli. So this fragrance is a woody vanilla with coconut and some boozy rum. It's not a very fruity fragrance, but I do definitely pick up on the plum. And I think that kind of contributes to the booziness of the fragrance. I think it also gives it some depth and some body. The coconut and the tonka bean are prominent, and they give the fragrance some powderiness. I also pick up a little bit of salt. I'm not sure where the saltiness is coming from. Maybe it's just me smelling it, I don't know. But yeah, I think this is a very unisex fragrance. It doesn't really lean masculine or feminine. And it's pretty unique to have a boozy, woody coconut fragrance. It's actually very affordable. I think this is a 100 ml bottle. And when I purchased it, I believe it was around $15. So that's definitely worth it. Even though it doesn't have great performance. But this is nice for the cooler weather. So that's Indi Visible, and it's by Katy Perry. This one here, in this cute little bottle, it's called VIP Private Show, and it's by Britney Spears. It's a pretty cute little bottle with a sparkly cap. So VIP Private Show was released in 2017. It's considered a fruity floral. And this is it's a very bright and sweet, kind of fruity shampoo-y scent. It has a tropical vibe to it. It's probably, in this video, this is probably the most typical celebrity scent because it's sweet and fruity and floral. But this one kind of has a little extra something to it, I feel. I don't know what it is, I just really like this one. It's the fruits that you get in this are mostly the raspberry and the mango, which the mango is what gives it its tropical vibe. I also pick up the apple, which I think is probably why I find this scent to be shampoo-y, because to me apple can often come off as a shampoo-y scent. I do pick up some violet in this, but I find the scent to be more fruity than floral. And overall, it's just a really fun, easygoing, flirty, girly scent that I think is easy to wear and easy to like. So it's VIP, private show, and it's by Britney Spears. So this next one here has been my favorite celebrity perfume for several years. It's been dethroned though by the next one I'm going to talk about. But this was a love for me for a long time. I do still love it. It's just not quite my favorite anymore. But it's called Love, and it's by Sofia Vergara. So Love is considered a floral, fruity gourmand. It was released in 2015, and the perfumers are Pascal Guarin and Yves Cassar. The top notes are passion fruit, orange blossom, green apple, and mandarin orange. The mid notes are Colombian coffee, orchid, coffee blossom, orris, and magnolia. The base notes are praline, vanilla, amberwood, and ambrette. So what I get from this is a creamy gourmand vanilla with a juicy, very juicy passion fruit and a touch of coffee. It's often compared to YSL Black Opium because of the coffee, but I don't think the coffee is as prominent in this fragrance. It's there. I think that it adds a little bit of bitterness to kind of balance out the sweetness of the vanilla and the passion fruit and the praline, which is very prominent and makes this kind of a little syrupy gourmand. But for me, this is, especially in the opening, there's a very prominent juicy passion fruit note, as well as a little bit of spice. I think maybe that's coming from the coffee. But it's very sweet, and it isn't like a light fruity scent. It has some depth to it. It's very pretty. I love this fragrance. I often get complimented on it when I wear it. Yeah, like I said, this is my favorite celebrity fragrance for a while until the next one came along. But I still love this. Hopefully, I think this might have been discontinued. I don't know. I hope not. But I've seen that it hasn't really been on the market much. But I hope to always have a bottle of this in my collection. So that's Love, and it's by Sofia Vergara. So this next one here, this is called Sweet Tooth, and it's by Sabrina Carpenter. So it's Sabrina Carpenter. She's an actress from, I believe she's from the show Girl Meets World. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's her. I used to watch that show with my daughter. So we have a pink chocolate bar. The cap is plastic. The bottle is glass or ceramic. And it says Sweet Tooth by Sabrina Carpenter. SWEETTOOTH. Sweet Tooth. So, Sweet Tooth is considered a floral fruity gourmand. It was released in 2022. The top notes are marshmallow and candied ginger, chocolate, and bergamot. The mid notes are Madagascar vanilla, coconut milk, jasmine, and the base notes are whipped cream, sugar, cashmere wood, and musk. And this was a love at first sniff for me. It's now my current favorite celebrity scent. What I get from it is a very warm and cozy marshmallow scent. It's gourmand, but it doesn't really smell like food. It still has kind of it's sweet with a perfumey aspect to it. The marshmallow is powdery The vanilla is creamy and musky. The chocolate, I don't know if I really pick up chocolate in it. To me, it's more of a cocoa powder. And it's blended in there really well. I think this is a really well blended fragrance. It has a candied ginger note, which does give it a little bit of a kick. But it's not like a very spicy or zesty ginger. It's more sweet. I know that they're going to be releasing another Sweet Tooth, I believe next month in September. It's supposed to be Sweet Tooth, like caramel and chocolate. And some people are able to find it already on the shelves at their Walmart. Unfortunately, mine doesn't have it yet. So I have to wait. But I will be picking it up when I find it. I know when I wear this fragrance, the feeling I get from it is wearing like a warm cashmere blanket and snacking on marshmallows, because the texture of the fragrance is just so like silky and smooth. But even though it's so warm and cozy, for me it's still light enough that I'm able to pull off wearing it in the warm weather, because it is kind of a light wearing fragrance. So that's Sweet Tooth, and it's by Sabrina Carpenter. And that was my last celebrity fragrance for today. I do have more that I want to share, so I'll probably end up making a part 2 to this video. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you found this video relaxing, and I hope to see you in my next video.